Donna.
Hi, Jane.
You know, I thought that today we would do the daily routine. This is a multiple segment exercise that really taps into all the different energy systems in one kind of flow of several postures. And so we're going to do this. I learned this from Donna Eden when I certified in her energy medicine. And this is the go-to place on a daily basis to get our energies strengthened and balanced so that we can face the day. So what I like to do, first of all, before we do energy exercises, what I like to do is I like to have a little bit of water, just so that we hydrate, because this is part of how the energy flows and maintains its balance. So let's just have a sip of water.
Fantastic. This sounds wonderful.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And next I like to find a comfortable, solid stance. So I usually suggest that we stand about hip width apart on our feet, tuck in our tailbones, and then allow ourselves to just have some nice, easy breaths. Just kind of settle in. And the first energy exercises in the daily routine is called the 3 thumps. So we're going to be tapping 3 different areas of our torso. And we're going to start just below our collarbone. So if you trace your collarbone down to the U in front, drop about 1/2 inch. We're going to start tapping here. This is the end point of the kidney meridian, the 27th point of the kidney meridian. And this really allows us to have full vitality because it moves that energy through that riverbed of the meridian. And also remember to have nice, easy breaths as you're tapping. Do 10 to 15 seconds. And then we move into our breastbone right here at the thymus, and we begin to tap the thymus, and this invites our immune system to activate. All right, defend us today. Yes. And then moving out bilaterally to either side of the breast at the rib cage. This is the spleen neurolymphatic. Neurolymphatics are known to be able to move toxins to the waste systems of the body. And the spleen is also considered the mother of breathing. Yeah, so it's metabolizing not only food but also life coming at us. So that's the first position of the daily routine. That was wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so Anna, this is going to be the second exercise of the daily routine. And there are actually 2 different versions of this. This is called the Wayne Cook posture. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be crossing in multiple areas of the body, actually crossing this main meridian, crossing that meridian line.
Okay.
And so one of the things that we do is we start with one leg over the knee, okay, with the ankle on the knee. And what you want to do is you want to put the hand that is on that side around your ankle. And with this other hand, we want the palm to the ball of our foot and wrapping around to our toes. So we're touching multiple meridian points, both on our ankles and our toes, and we're also crossing the meridian line. And what we do now is we take 3 nice easy breaths. And as we take those easy breaths, we really kind of come up a little bit into full posture rather than bending over, and then release. And there's never any rush to this. 2 breaths. And then 3 breaths. And then we switch. Okay? So ankle to the knee, same as the foot on the floor, up around the ankle. The palm of our hand to the ball of our foot, wrapping around our toes. And again, 3 nice easy breaths. And then place your foot on the floor. And one of the things we do is we kind of steeple our fingertips, okay? And we can put our thumbs either to our forehead, our heart, or our navel, anywhere along this mid-meridian point. You can take 3 nice easy breaths. And this position, this Wayne Cook position, really allows us to kind of move out of scattered thinking It also helps us de-stress. Also, if you're feeling a lot of tension or anxiety or cravings, this is an excellent one to use. An alternative version of this is to cross our ankles, cross our hands to the front. That's right, and we put our palms together and bring this up to your chest. And take 3 nice easy breaths. Again, this is about, just really brings down the stress and tension. We feel more open, we're able to accommodate, assimilate new information, so it makes learning more easy. Yeah, nice easy breaths. And then what we do is we switch, crossing the other way with our ankles, crossing the other way with our hands. Again, bring it up to our chest, 3 nice easy breaths. Nice and easy. There's such a lovely, lovely calming effect with this. So that's the Wayne Cook posture, and also an alternative for that. They very often call that the Cook's hookup. So Anna, today we're going to do the cross crawl. And this is one of my favorites because I tend to sometimes run into periods during the day where it's almost like I hit a wall. And it occurred to me in learning this technique that one of the things that was happening for me is that my energy was starting to become stagnant. And as I mentioned in the introduction, energy wants to flow, it wants to cross, it wants to move, and when it becomes stagnant, it almost is of greater effort to kind of move through life. So what we're doing with the cross crawl is we're actually very intentionally moving the energy in a crosswise progression as we lift our knees, okay?
Okay.
And so always let's take a sip of water, get ourselves hydrated. Keep that energy nice and hydrated so it'll move. And then finding that position where we have our feet hip width apart so we have a stable position, tucking our tailbones in. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift. Well, I'm going to start with, we're going to do it the same sides to begin with, because very often, like for myself, I'm in stagnant energy. And so what I do is I start the exercise where my energy is. So it's really, kind of in parallel lines. So I'm doing same knee, same hand, same knee. And we do, 10 to 12 of these. And then we take a nice easy breath in through our nose, out through our mouth. And this is where we can begin to shift the energy and change the energy. So I'm going to do opposite hand to knee. Okay. There we go.
I can feel that.
Yeah. And very often I find that when people are in stagnant, what we call homolateral energy, very often they can't find which hand to put the
Yes.
knee on. They feel very, very flustered with that. So we do 10 to 12 of these. Take a nice, easy breath. If that was difficult, in other words, if you were kind of getting mixed up, go back to the same thing. Same hand, same knee. 10 to 12 of these. Take a nice, easy breath. And then we want to cross over again. Because this is where it happens. This is where the energy is moving. That's right. It's where it's crossing over. I very often like to think of energy moving in figure eights or infinity signs. It wants to move big. And take a nice easy breath. And if you have time, do it again. There'll be no stopping you now.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah. Nice, easy breath. And there we are.
Thank you, Dr. Ginette.
You're welcome.